these reports.
She waylays Tony every chance she gets.
Poor guy.
No kidding, especially today. He's had such a bad day, you know, with Anna Devane's emergency and everything. Did you hear?
About Anna Devane?
Yeah. They think that the accident that she had in the elevator wasn't an accident.
What?
Yeah, I guess when you're the chief of police, you have a lot of enemies, huh?
You started me. I was just calling the hospital to find out about Anna.
Well, I just came from the hospital. Anna lost her baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and Duke won't leave her side, and I think Robert's probably going to spend the whole night at the police station trying to find out who fixed the elevator. And I should be at the hospital because I wanted to give Duke a little rest, and I would stay with Anna. But I think it'd probably take wild horses to drag Duke away from Anna, but I'm going to try.
So did you come home to change?
No, I didn't come home to change. I came to find out what the hell is going on with you, and I intend to find out this time.
Oh, hi. Hi, Chris. How's Anna Lavery?
Well, she's doing pretty well physically. It's just emotionally. She's in a pretty deep depression. Duke hasn't left her side all night.
She and Duke wanted that baby so bad.
I know it.
Well, you know, I think it's probably the worst thing that a woman can go through, losing a baby. It's horrible, and, well, you know, I went through it myself, Dr. Collins, you remember?
Yes, I do remember, Lucy. I just hope that Anna does as well as you did.
As I did?
Well, you snapped out of your depression pretty quickly.
Oh, no, not really. I mean, I just didn't want to inflict my agony on other people. It was absolute hell. Do you know, I still have dreams about the losing that baby.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I just hate to complain to people, you know.
Do you think I could give Duke a little relief?
Well, Tiffany Hill said she'd be back in a few minutes.
Well, call me.
Okay, in an emergency, I will.
Okay, goodbye.
Take care.
I saw your light still on under the door, and you should be sleeping, my darling.
How can I sleep? I've been reading that story about the accident at Duke's Club today. The paper is very vague.
I know. I was watching the late news, and it's still vague. But one thing is clear. The police know that the accident Anna Devane was involved with was a deliberate attempt to kill her.
I never thought for 1 second that it wasn't.
Well, let's not talk about it anymore tonight, okay?
Whether we talk about it or not, I still can't get to sleep. I close my eyes, I see Olivia's face before me. I have another thought as well.
What's that?
She may have been trying to kill Duke at the same time. They could both have been in the elevator. He was right there. The paper says so. It's just that I never thought that she would want him dead.
A woman like Olivia, love can turn into hate in no time. And there is such violence in her love. We have to expect the same thing in her hate.
She's got to be stopped.
When you take over the merger between the Jerome and the Carter family, you can have her locked up somewhere. I mean, think about it. You may have to go beyond that.
I know. I know.
What can that be at this hour? And why don't they stop them? Just a minute. Do you want me to get rid of them?
No, first, let's find out who it is.
Just a minute. Oh.
Mr. Jerome, I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. I have terrible news.
What is it?
Julian's dead. I know he is.
But, my dear, I know he's dead.
I don't believe this. You don't even care? You don't care, do you?
Of course I care.
Then how can you be so cold? This is your son I'm talking about.
I grieve for him, yes.
How did you know?
Why, everyone knew months and months ago. My dear, I really don't understand. You come busting in like this. You come busting in at this hour of the night.
You say months and months ago.
That's right.
I just saw Julian this afternoon.
You saw Julian today. You were with him?
Yes, I was with him. I told you. Why are you surprised?
Oh, my God, how could he?
I think I understand what happened.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like I'm going crazy.
I didn't realize Julian had let you know he was alive. That he wasn't killed in the shootout in New York. He wasn't supposed to reveal himself to anyone.
But he did. And what I'm telling you is true. He probably is dead now because he's gone.
Gone? Gone from where? Where have you been seeing him?
In a motel here in Port Charles. Oh, I wish this was all just a bad dream.
Cheryl, please go on.
Honey, this is like a nightmare for Cheryl.
I went back to the motel where he was staying. I went back and I couldn't believe it. The room was being redone. The furniture was all stacked in the middle of the room, and he wasn't there.
Wait a minute. Did you talk to the manager of the motel?
Yes, I talked to the manager, and he must have been in on it because he said that no one had stayed in that room for several days because it was being redone, but it wasn't. I saw Julian there. I saw him. So Olivia must have found him.
You think Olivia...
Yes. I think Olivia must have murdered him.
Did you tell Julian that Olivia was behind the plot to kill him?
No, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him, and that's what's wrong. I think he didn't know. So he probably called her up, and by calling her, he set himself up, and she... Oh, God, I can't stand this.
Let me get some water and something to calm her nerves.
Yes, yes, please, Dimitri.
Anna's accident was mob-related.
That's the story that's floating around.
I can't believe that.
Well, there's another story that's floating around also. It's the possibility that the so-called elevator accident was meant for Duke, not Anna.
So she lost the baby.
Yeah.
I have to go see her. You know, she's a very good friend of mine.
Well, you know, they may not allow visitors yet, and Duke's in there.
I'd really better go
No,
now.
no, Cheryl, no, Sid.
But
Sid.
I...
Dimitri will be right back. It's all right. Just relax. Yeah. Yes. You're sure? You're absolutely positive? Well, try it again. Yes, you keep checking. I don't give a damn. You do what I tell you. Anytime. Yes, anytime, day or night.
Give her two of these.
All right. Here we are. Two of these, and you're going to be right as rain.
What are they?
It's okay. It's not a sedative. You'll be able to drive your car home. That's it. Then we give them a few minutes to work. Do you feel any easier in your mind now?
I'm a little calmer, but aren't you worried about Julian?
Contrary to appearances, I always worry. About everything. It's in the nature of my business.
But Julian could be...
Julian is intelligent and he's strong, and the more I see of you, the stronger I realize that he is.
I don't understand.
To have given up the love of a wonderful woman like you for the family, that took great strength of character. Now, I think Julian can do anything.
But if Julian let Olivia know where he was, let her know that he
I'm
was alive...
certain that he didn't let her know. Look at all the trouble he went through to hide his tracks. I'll bet you he paid that motel operator to give out just the story that he gave. And Cheryl, there's one other thing I'm sure of, too.
What?
Julian will show up for my 60th birthday.
I'd like to believe that.
Then believe it. Yes, he made one mistake, but I'm sure he's not going to make any others.
What mistake?
Letting you know that he was alive. But seeing you, I can understand him making that risk. But he should have realized that doing that was bringing you back into the family. That's something he never wanted to do, as you know.
I have another life now, and there's a man in that life.
Yes, I know.
I really had better
No,
go.
no. Cheryl, sit. Rest a few more minutes.
It took me a very long time to get over Julian.
Yes. I'm sure of that.
The man in my life now is a good man.
So I've heard.
You know Robert Scorpio.
I understand he's an honest police commissioner in Port Charles. I rarely get to know the honest ones. What is it?
I'm afraid of all the evil around me.